Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Liam and Olivia.
Yes, welcome. We are so genuinely happy you are here with us today.
This is the podcast where English feels real, warm, and part of your actual everyday life.
Before we start, a quick and genuine request from us.
If this podcast is helping you, please like this episode right now and subscribe so you never miss a new one. A fresh episode is waiting for you every single day.
So, today we're talking about three small words that cause enormous confusion for English learners.
3 words that you probably already know, but that you're not always sure when to use correctly.
Still, yet, and already.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Those words all feel kind of similar. They all have something to do with time. How do I know which one to use?
And that is exactly the right question, because they do all relate to time, but they each carry a very different feeling, a very different message.
And today, we are going to give each word its own moment, its own feeling, its own real-life home.
So that the next time you need one of them, your brain just knows which one fits, naturally, without stopping to think.
Let us get into it. Let us start with the first word, still.
Still is the word of continuation, of something that started before and has not stopped or changed.
When you use still, you're saying this thing is continuing. It has not finished. It has not changed. It is carrying on from the past into right now.
Think about a Monday morning at work. Your manager asks you about a project. You say, "I'm still working on it."
The working started before this moment, and it's continuing now. Still holds that continuous action across time.
Or a friend asks if you're still living in the same neighborhood. You say, "Yes, I'm still there. I moved in 3 years ago and I haven't left."
The living started 3 years ago, and it's still going on. Still connects that past starting point to the present moment.
Or an emotional situation. Someone asks how you're feeling after a difficult week, and you say, "Honestly, I'm still tired. I thought I would feel better by now, but I don't."
The tiredness started in the difficult week, and it hasn't gone away. Still carries the weight of that continuation, of something lasting longer than expected.
And that feeling of lasting longer than expected is actually very common with still. There's often a slight sense of surprise or heaviness when we use it.
She's still waiting for the results? He's still not sure what to do? They're still trying to figure it out?
All of these carry that feeling. Something is going on. It has been going on, and it hasn't ended yet.
Still also works in questions and negatives.
Are you still hungry? Did you still want to come? Is she still at the office?
And in negatives. I still don't understand. He still hasn't called me. She still can't believe it happened.
In the negative, still before the verb adds a layer of mild surprise or concern, something that should have happened or changed by now but hasn't.
Think about waiting for an important message. You check your phone and say, he still hasn't replied. It's been 2 hours.
The not replying is continuing and still highlights that this continuation is surprising or slightly frustrating.
Still is your word for ongoing situations, for things that carry on from the past into the present, for things that have not yet changed or ended.
And it's one of the most emotionally expressive words in English because it so naturally carries the feeling of time passing while something persists.
Now, say it with us. Everyone listening, repeat these out loud.
I'm still waiting. She still hasn't called. He's still working on it.
Say them again. I'm still waiting. She still hasn't called. He's still working on it.
Feel the continuation in each of those. Something started before and has not stopped. That's still doing its work.
Wonderful. Now let's move to the second word and feel something very different.
Now let's talk about yet, and the feeling here shifts completely.
Yet is the word of expectation, of something that hasn't happened but that we expect to happen at some point.
When you use yet, you're saying this hasn't happened up to now, but we're expecting it. It's coming. It's on its way.
Yet almost always appears in questions and negative sentences. It lives in those two places naturally.
Think about arriving home and your partner asks, "Have you eaten yet?" They're asking if the eating has happened up to this moment with the expectation that at some point you will eat.
You use it in a collegial setting. A colleague asks, "Have you read the report yet?" They expect you will read it. They're checking if it has happened so far.
Or you're waiting for important news. Your friend asks, is the result out yet? The expectation is that the result is coming. The question is, has it arrived by now?
In negatives, yet signals that something expected has not happened, but should or will happen at some point.
I haven't finished yet. She hasn't arrived yet. He hasn't made a decision yet.
All of these say, this thing is expected, we're waiting for it, but it hasn't happened up to this moment.
Think about a real situation. You're getting ready to go out and your friend is taking a long time.
You knock on the door and say, "Are you ready yet?" The readiness is expected. It's coming at some point. The question is, has it arrived yet? Has it happened up to this moment?
Or a professional situation. Your manager asks, have you finished the proposal yet? The expectation is that you will finish it. They're checking if it has happened.
You say, "Almost. I haven't finished yet, but I will have it ready by 4 o'clock."
Yet in the question, yet in your negative response, all completely natural, all exactly right.
Yet is your word for expectations, for things that should or will happen at some point, and for asking or saying whether those expected things have happened by now.
Say it with us now. Repeat these out loud.
Have you eaten yet? I haven't finished yet. Is she here yet?
Say them again. Have you eaten yet? I haven't finished yet. Is she here yet?
Expectation. Has the expected thing arrived by now? That's yet.
And now let's look at the third word, which has a completely different and very satisfying feeling.
Now let's talk about already, and this is where the energy shifts to something much more immediate and sometimes surprising.
Already is the word of things that have happened sooner than expected, or sooner than the person asking might have thought.
When you use already, you're saying this happened, it's done, and often there's a sense of it being earlier than expected or faster than someone thought.
Think about arriving at a party and someone says, "Oh, you're already here. I thought you'd be late."
The arriving happened earlier than expected. Already gives that surprise, that sense of it being sooner than anticipated.
Or a colleague comes to ask you about a task and you say, "I've already done it. I finished it this morning."
The doing happened before they even asked, before they might have expected it to be done. Already signals that earliness.
Or an exciting situation. You buy tickets for a concert months ahead, and a friend asks if you have tickets, and you say, "Yes, I've already bought them. I got them the day they went on sale."
The buying happened sooner than the friend might have expected. Already gives it that feeling of being ahead of time.
Already usually appears in positive sentences and in questions when we're surprised something has happened so soon.
Are you finished already? It's already 10 o'clock? Has she already left?
All of these carry that surprised quality. Really? So soon? Already?
And already in positive sentences simply signals that something has happened at this point.
I've already eaten. She's already called. We've already made a decision.
These are strong statements. The thing is done. It has happened. And often it happened earlier than you might have expected.
Think about a real emotional situation. You are going through a difficult period, and a friend asks how you're managing.
And you say, "Honestly, I have already accepted what happened. It took me some time, but I am at peace with it now."
The acceptance happened, and it happened before this moment, before this conversation. Already carries the completion and the sense that life has moved forward.
Or a professional achievement. Your manager says, "Do you need more time for this?" And you say, "No, actually, I have already finished. I submitted it last night."
The finishing happened before the question was even asked. Already signals that completion and that slight sense of being ahead of schedule.
And the position of already, in positive sentences, it usually goes between the helping verb and the main verb.
I have already eaten. She has already left. We have already discussed this.
Or sometimes at the end of the sentence for extra emphasis. I have eaten already. She has left already. We have discussed this already.
Both positions work. Both sound natural, depending on what you want to emphasize.
Now let us talk about some common mistakes that learners make with still, yet, and already.
The first mistake, using yet in positive sentences.
Yet belongs in questions and negatives, not in positive sentences. So learners sometimes say, I have finished yet, which sounds very strange.
The correct choice for a positive sentence about something that has happened is already. I have already finished, or I have finished already.
If you want to use yet, it must be in a question or a negative. Have you finished yet? I have not finished yet.
The second mistake, putting yet in the wrong place.
Yet always goes at the end of negative sentences. Learners sometimes put it in the middle and say, I have yet not finished, or I yet have not finished.
Both of those sound very unnatural. The natural position is at the end. I have not finished yet. She has not arrived yet.
Keep yet at the end of your negatives, and your English will sound much more natural immediately.
The third mistake, confusing still and already in positive situations.
Still is for things that are continuing, still happening, not finished. Already is for things that are completed, done, happened sooner than expected.
So if someone asks, are you busy, and you want to say the busyness is ongoing, you say, I am still busy.
But if someone offers you help and the task is done, you say, oh, thank you, but I have already finished.
Continuing equals still. Completed before expected equals already.
And a very common confusion, I am still waiting versus I have not waited yet.
Still waiting means the waiting is ongoing right now. Not yet waited doesn't quite work because waiting is the current state.
Yet works better for a task you expect to do. Have you started yet? I have not started yet. For an ongoing state, use still. Now, let us bring everything into real daily life situations together.
Imagine a morning where you're getting ready for work and your partner is asking you questions.
They say, have you had breakfast yet? And you say, no, not yet. I'm still getting dressed. Can you put the coffee on?
Have you had breakfast yet is a question about an expected action. Has it happened by now?
Not yet is the natural negative response. I'm still getting dressed means the dressing is continuing, both perfectly chosen for the situation.
You finally sit down and your partner says, you've already made yourself coffee? You're fast this morning.
Already because the coffee happened sooner than expected, before the partner even noticed you had done it.
A few minutes later, you check your phone. A message you were waiting for has not arrived. You say, he still hasn't replied. I sent that message yesterday.
Still hasn't replied. The not replying is continuing. It started yesterday and has carried on to this moment. Still captures that perfectly.
At work, your colleague asks, have you seen the new schedule yet? And you say, yes, I have already checked it. I looked this morning.
Yet in the question for an expected action, already in the positive response for something done before the question was asked.
One morning, still, yet, and already, all appearing naturally as part of a real lived experience.
Now, let us try an emotional situation.
You're talking to a close friend who's been going through something difficult, a relationship that ended, a hard chapter.
You ask, are you still feeling sad about it? Still, because the sadness might be ongoing, continuing from before.
And they say, sometimes, but I've already started to feel a little better, little by little.
Already, because the feeling better has started, it has happened, and perhaps sooner than they expected or sooner than you thought.
And then you ask, have you talked to anyone else about it yet? Is there anyone who knows?
Yet, because talking to someone is an expected or possible action. Have they done that yet?
And they say, no, not yet. I'm still figuring out who to talk to. I still need a bit more time.
Not yet for the talking that hasn't happened yet, but might. Still for the ongoing figuring out, and still again for the continued need for time.
One real conversation. All three words, all carrying exactly the right feeling.
Say it with us one final time. Everyone listening, repeat these sentences out loud.
I am still waiting. Have you eaten yet? I have already finished.
Say them again. I am still waiting. Have you eaten yet? I have already finished.
Still for continuing, yet for expecting, already for completed sooner than expected.
3 words, 3 feelings, 3 very different jobs in the same English sentence.
And now they all belong to you. Let's bring everything together now.
Still is the word of continuation. Something started before and is carrying on now. It's not finished, it hasn't changed. I am still waiting. She is still there. He still has not decided.
Yet is the word of expectation. Something is expected to happen. Have you finished yet? She has not arrived yet. Is it done yet? Yet goes at the end of negatives and questions.
Already is the word of earlier than expected completion. Something has happened, it's done, and often sooner than the other person thought. I have already finished. She has already left. We have already talked about this.
The common mistakes: don't use yet in positive sentences. Use already instead. Keep yet at the end of negatives, not in the middle. And remember, still is for continuing, while already is for completed.
Still, yet, and already are three of the most natural and most used words in everyday English. And now you understand not just what they mean, but how they feel.
And that feeling is what fluency is made of, not memorized rules, real felt understanding that just comes out naturally when you need it.
You have done something genuinely impressive today. You came here, you listened, you practiced, and now three words that used to feel confusing feel like yours.
That's real learning, and you're doing it every single day you show up to episodes like this one.
We are so proud of you. Keep going. Every episode brings you closer to the English you want, and you're already closer than you think.
If today helped you finally feel the difference between still, yet, and already, please give it a like right now.
And if you're not yet subscribed, please join our family today. A brand new episode is ready for you every single day.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Every single listen truly means the world to us.
This has been English with Liam and Olivia. Simple English, real conversations, daily practice.
Take care of yourselves, keep using these words, keep practicing. We'll see you in the very next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.